How do I put this? Your boy fucked up and should have quit touching the race car. What's up, guys? Focus, 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 focus. If you tell it to focus enough, it might focus. So, today is, I don't know, a special / sad video. It is the last mod video at the clubhouse. So all the boys are moved out for the most part. Adam's still here. They have till Thursday. So it's Sunday. So we have till Thursday to redo my whole fuel system and put some new intake manifolds on. Hopefully we can get it done. But let's go ahead and get this hood off, kind of see what we got, tear some stuff down, and go from there. So here's what we're working with. We gotta take all that off, put our turbo stuff on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So start tearing things apart. So the plan here is we're taking off all of the NA intake manifold, and then we'll throw our turbo manifolds on, and then we'll also be using turbo fuel rails and redoing all the fuel lines of the AN lines. So pretty excited about all this, but still got some stuff to take apart. Well, we have our manifolds torn down. Everything is off. If you guys want any of the manifolds, let me know. So now we're just kind of inspecting some stuff and start to mock up these our turbo manifold. Ty's here, by the way. Changes oil. I'm filming, you fuck. So in the process of all this, we took off our oil metering system, which is down there, and what's left of it is all in that bag, so we're trashing that. I had to make a new block-off plate because we lost land-ins, so that sucked, but we'll get that slapped on there, and then no more oiling system. We'll pre-mix all the time. And then we're throwing our Elite primary rail in, and then we'll put our manifold back on and kind of see where we're at. All right, kids, our Elite primary rail is on. So I don't know what's up. I think these things are designed for like aftermarket injectors, but ours were too tall and we couldn't use the nice little Allen bolts that they supplied, Elite did. So we just ended up getting some different spacers, ran some 60 mil bolts with some washers, and it worked out. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the lower manifold on and see what's going on. There you go. Our turbo 2 lower is on, and pretty damn easy. This is for the internet. No one, not you. You think what I say is retarded. The internet thinks what I say is smart. So yeah, our manifold's on, and we are getting there. So we're gonna just go ahead and throw our turbo 2 fuel rail on, kind of see how it is, and throw the upper on, and then Ty can figure out how we gotta do the throttle cable. Well, we've got our secondary rail on and our primary rail, and they look pretty hot. So we're getting there. We are getting there. This manifold makes so much more space in this bay. It's awesome. All right, guys, so we've got the lower and upper intake manifolds on and our throttle body. We're still using the NA throttle body, which means you have to flip it upside down. And we're now dealing with the consequences of that, of me being cheap. So, Ty, you want to give a breakdown on what we're doing here, boss?
Sure. We're making a bracket because we need to relocate his throttle cable. And we kind of lucked out. You got both your pullers, one there and one there, both actuate. One of them is cruise control. I'm assuming this one's probably the cruise control. This is normal throttle. And So all we're really gonna do is cut a piece of flat plate. This is the original cruise control bracket. It'll fit there. Not only that, cut a piece of flat plate, drill those 2 holes in it. That's gonna extend back because we got a little bit of slack between the line and the throttle body. And then I'm gonna get a piece of angle iron that mounts to here that'll go on that flat plate, and then this will just basically pull, extend somewhere out there. So then when James pulls the throttle, it opens the blaze.
Perfect. It'll work.
Good to go.
All right. So we got pretty much, I got a lot done today. What's left is basically doing the fuel system, and we still got to figure out where to do that. All right, guys, that's it for day 1 of this whole project. I'm exhausted. I'm sure Ty's tired. It's hot, so I'm gonna go to the gym and we'll deal with this tomorrow. What Ty's doing is he's going to modify the oil filler neck, and he's doing that. And then I gotta run fuel lines. So I've gotta run the feed and return lines for the fuel system. And then I've got to build a bracket for our Y block and get our reg finally mounted. But that's it for today. Again, thank you guys for watching. This has been a lot of fun, some challenges, but it's been cool. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Tomorrow.
What's up, guys? Welcome to day 2 of the intake swap, fuel system setup, all that shit. So just got off the phone with Ty. He got the oil filler neck welded up, and he also made the throttle cable bracket. So my job now is to start running our new fuel lines. So let's get to that. Just give you guys a quick little rundown of the fuel line we're using. Is just some basic -6 nylon braided hose. We don't want to do steel because there's no need, and no one wants to stab their hands constantly, so we're not doing that. But we'll get onto the car, go ahead and attach this to go ahead and get our line to our fuel filter, and then we'll run it over there for our supply and split, and we'll go from there. All right, so I ran into some issues here. Issue 1, I was dumb and forgot that the return line for the FC is 5/16 and -4 is 1/4 inch. So we had to make a little to go to Ace and get a little brass adapter, but that'll work. And we just got to run our lines, and Ty did this beautiful piece of work here. Basically just cutting our oil filler and putting it at an angle so we can make it work with our intake. Look at that. I gotta paint it, but we're good. So I finished the throttle cable bracket. It's over getting painted, painting it right now. Also painting the oil filler neck. And I ran our feed and return lines. Now Ty's figuring out the rest of our system over there with our Y block and the reg, all that fancy stuff. Come over here, show you guys what's up. Here is our oil filler neck, looking pretty good, decent paint job. And our throttle bracket is over here. So, coming along. We're doing pretty good. So we ran into a problem with the Elite rails right now. Our injector clips don't fit on the rails. So that's kind of a problem and very annoying. Ty is chopping up some clips, trying to grind down a little bit, but we got one to work. We're probably gonna have to cut that clip off and solder a new one on there and see what happens. But in other news, our fuel system is pretty nice. Have our return line here and our feed splitting off into our 2 feeds.
12 o'clock midnight.
How do I put this? Your boy fucked up and should have quit touching the race car when Ty left, but I continued and royally messed some stuff up. So I vaguely have it fixed. So I can't really show you what I broke, but I can tell you what I did, and I'll show you the fix. Also, currently, sitting on a jet ski in a garage. Why? Don't really know. It's the only seat here, so it's cool. I'm above my my piece of crap race car. I'm gonna sit above it and look down on it like it's a peasant. But back to what I did. Back to what I fucked up. So, where to get started? So, what have we even done? All right. So, the fuel lines are ran. We have the Y block set up, and we have our return line set up. So all that's good. We made some really good progress. So today I was I was working with the oil filler neck. I was trying to get it mounted with the intake. So I'm like, oh, I'll throw the manifold on, the upper manifold, get everything tightened, we'll be good. Turns out the upper intake manifold wasn't sitting super right. It was a little off. It's a little cattywampus, a little off because of the bolts on the upper intake manifold or bolts on the primary rail. So there's that. And then went to go tighten them down, and tightening, got a little bit tight, and then pop. So I can put a picture in here, but I basically broke an ear off of the lower intake manifold. Real dumb move. Lots of words were said. I might have cried in the garage for about 15 minutes because I was sad, and yeah. But then genius struck, and we don't have anybody to basically weld that around here. So we also have a time deadline. Like, this car has to be out of here in like 2 days. So I did what I thought was best and got a bunch of JB weld, slapped it on there, and we'll let it set. So we'll see if it holds. I really hope so. We'll find out tomorrow. But I will show y'all all that shit tomorrow. So that's probably about it. I'm gonna go drink. See you boys later. Come on, focus. Focus, focus. There we go. What's up, guys? So we are on the way to Duncan, South Carolina. It's out past Spartanburg, about an hour away. One of my friends there has a fuel rail that we're going to use on the FC. So what's up with the Elite rail, and this is why my manifold broke. The Elite rail is, we don't know why, but it's not fitting right. It's just not. Like, it's starting to really piss me off. We don't understand why. Basically, the bolt heads hit the bottom of the intake manifold. Don't know why it's doing that, but it is. So it is what it is, and we got to deal with it. The solution to that is we're going to run the factory S4 primary fuel rail. Now, those have little thread. Those are threaded, so we can put barbs on them, or possibly our AN fittings. Either way, we'll use that. Now, here's the plan for the busted ass manifold and the fuel rail. So Sam over at Elite Rotary Shop is sending Ryan a new lower intake manifold. Then Ryan's gonna basically port it for me, do all that stuff, do it all over again. So I'm not super pumped about it, but you know, it is what it is, and we gotta do what we gotta do to fix it. In the meantime, our JB weld looked like it cured fine. Now that thing is covered in JB weld, and pretty sure that thing's not gonna break. Definitely won't break, I don't think, under just like NA load. And then whenever we go turbo, hopefully we have a new manifold by then. But if we don't have new manifold, then we'll still run it, and we'll run it until it blows up, until that chunk of the manifold decides it wants to leave the manifold. So we're on the way to Duncan. I don't know, we got about an hour drive, so hopefully I can go get that, get back fast without too much traffic, and go from there. So it is what it is, but we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get the car to drive, and it's gonna work out like it always does. Because I don't know, for some reason I have a knack for things working out in my life. Don't know why, don't know how, but everything seems to just fall into place. So a lot of pain in the ass, a lot of hiccups in between I think we're on day 4 of this ordeal, but we have some updates for you from the other night when I was very upset, not doing good. We have good news. So, my buddy Jacob had a S4 fuel rail laying around, so we could use that, and you could put AN fittings on them, so even better. And our manifold is fixed with a bunch of JB weld. So we'll see if that'll hold, but I have another manifold on the way to Ryan, so that won't be on the car for too much longer, but we'll have it on there for now. So we have that. I made a fuel line for I made our fuel lines for our primary rail. Now I got to do, or I made the fuel lines for our secondary rail. Now I have to make the primary, and we can pressurize this system and see what happens. But we have our Y blocks, we have our feeds for each rail, our outs come into the reg, and then we have a nice return on the bottom. Our manifolds are looking nice. Everything seemed to do well.